Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever I'm finding you in the world. Welcome to the Feminine CEO podcast, our first podcast for June. And I'm your host, Lorraine Pursell. This is the Body Talk Friday version of the Feminine CEO podcast. I'm here with you every Monday and Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern at facebook.com/Lorraine Pursell MA so that you can bookend your week, start the week, setting your intention and hearing your inner guidance for the overall feel that is going to best serve you for your ultimate success at the beginning of the week. And then we come back together on Fridays to see what our body needs from us to restore and regenerate after a week of probably not paying a whole bunch of attention to our bodies because we get really busy, innocently so. So I've been doing this for 30 years. I've been doing these podcasts for 7, every Monday and Friday, sometimes every day, sometimes 3 times a week, depending on what's going on in the world and what I'm feeling called to share energetically. And just a little bit about me. I'm 29 years as a coach and a counselor, and I adopted the coaching model out of the counseling model because I just find coaching so much faster, gets people faster results, and that's what I'm all about. Where do you want to go? And so today we are going to be introducing the topic for the month of June, which is how do we need to tweak our mindset for our ultimate success? And I'm going to start with victim mentality. I did poll my community. You answered me so graciously, and I appreciate that so much. And what the biggest thing that I got was fear and uncertainty is the thing that the biggest unwanted experience that you have in your life right now. I can completely relate to this, just so that you know. This is my biggest one. Fear is my friend. It's always here. And it's just learning to flow with that. But what happens with the victim mentality, and it's so easy for this to happen, is especially if you were somebody who was not allowed your voice when you were growing up, were shut down, were denied or ignored. Your parents did their best, but this happened to us, a lot of us, and we go into this victim mentality, like, I can't, and I'm not strong enough, and I can't do that, and it's not for me, I'm not that good, I'm not that great. And these are the things that plague us, and unless we get ahead of it, we are going to be stuck there for the rest of our lives. So I'm going to be talking about that a little bit as we go on. But first, I want us to just breathe in some white light. From the top of our heads, down through every one of our 50 trillion cells, all the way down, just cleaning up any debris. I feel like I've got a lot of debris going on inside of me. Actually, it could be from exercising so much, maybe some inflammation going out. So just all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. All right. So just feel into Mother Earth. What does Mother Earth want from you? How does she want you to be? How does she want you to be? Today, over the weekend, what is her message to you? She's wanting me to relax and be cool, and I still can't write in my feed, so that's just sitting there. Sorry about that. But if I were to write, I would write that Mother Earth said for me to relax and be calm. And it's more about enjoying. Awesome. Okay. So once you get your message from Mother Earth, feel free to put it in the comments if you like. If you're here for the replay, write replay and play along with the prompts so that you get the most out of this time here. And if you're here live, tell me that you're here live, because I can't tell if you're here. And come ahead on up. And we're going to come back through our bodies, and we're going to feel what our body needs from us to restore and regenerate. Thank you for the thumbs up. To restore and regenerate. This is my work with my clients around the world for the last 29 years, going on 30 years, is aligning with themselves, aligning with their bodies, aligning with their source, so that you can be as powerful as you want to be. We tend to be, the people in my communities tend to be the sweet and the meek, and the ones that have always been really comfortable being in the background. Hi, Sean, good morning. Yes, happy Friday. More comfortable being in the background and supporting other people, but guess what? Your time has come, and you want your voice to be heard, and you want to make an impact, and you have a business idea, or you do have a business, and you want to, hi Darcy, good morning. You want to make an impact. You want to get out there. You're kind of tired of being in the background and putting everybody else first and deferring, okay, and supporting others. So you want to come out in a bigger way. So this is what I do, is I support my clients to do that. I support my clients to have a bigger voice, to heal those parts of them that are in victim and, think they can't, think they're not enough. And we go deep into all of those things and start moving energetically so that you can move forward. Plus, I give you business support because I'm a lifelong entrepreneur. I've never handled bosses well. It never worked for me. So I love being self-employed. I love being an entrepreneur. And so I help you bring your business out. I help you structure it. I help you tap into what you need to charge to survive and make this happen for you. And ultimately so that women are financially independent from the men in their life, just in case. I mean, because your significant others are probably going to die before you. So I want to make sure that you are well set up and that you're really taking care of yourself. And that's my whole thing. That's how I serve my clients. Because you are beautiful and you have a fabulous message inside of you, and we want to get it out into the world. So while you're feeling what your body wants from you to restore and regenerate over the weekend, we're going to talk about victim mentality, and especially how that's triggered by fear and anxiety. And we'll probably be talking about this a lot through the month of June. But the mindsets that we need, the mindset tune-up that we need to make sure that we're always going forward, that we're not disqualifying ourselves. God didn't disqualify us. You might want to write this down. God qualifies the called. God does not call the qualified. Say that again. God qualifies the called. God does not call the qualified. You may be qualified and you may still be called, but it's not, God doesn't use someone because they're qualified. God uses somebody because of their heart and their posture before God and their intent. So if you feel like you're not enough and you feel like, who would listen to me? That's been my big one. Who would listen to me? I'm just me. Think again, because that humble spirit is just exactly what God wants to use. Isn't that exciting? It's not about being brash and bold. It's about who we are. So what is that thing that you want to do? And then what is the voice in your head? I can't. It's too hard. One of my biggest things for years was when things would get hard, I would just see myself inside just falling down on the ground, like giving up. It's so funny. So that was what I don't do that anymore in my mind. Now I say, yes, I can. Yes, I can. I can do this. If someone else can do it, I can do it too. So I've adopted a new mindset. So pretty much whatever your fear is, ask yourself, what do you want? And start declaring that. And for more of my work and to get my free empowerment tool, which is amazing, it's got 5 most powerful affirmations on it in a beautiful color printable PDF that you can print out and put all over your house to remind yourself of how amazing you are. And a 5-minute visualization from me, an audio recording, a 5-minute visualization about your idea getting out into the world and you having confidence while it expands. And if you practice this every day for 30 days at least, your life's going to completely change. So I invite you to go and get that at www.lorrainepurcell.com/empowered. LORRAINE, P as in Paul, URS as in Sam, ELL.com/EMPOWERED. And that's free for you there at that site. So when we feel the victim mentality, it's usually because we have a big dream. And we're looking at the big dream and going, how can I ever pull this off? Well, guess what? We can pull it off with God's grace. We can pull it off with our relationship with Source. That's why the Feminine CEO podcast is so vital, because you get aligned with your weeks. You get aligned with yourself. You get in tune with you and your great big purpose right here every Monday and Friday. So you start your week on track and you sew up the week going, how did I do? What do I need to do for the weekend? And you get ready for the next week. It's all about being in alignment with yourself and feeling really good about yourself. That's the whole thing right there, is feeling really good and really happy about you. And you, if I dare say, you can't feel good about yourself. You can't feel happy if you have a message inside of you and you're not declaring it. You know this. You know this. It's so profound. It's so profound. We like to think that we can just stay shy and we can just stay quiet and everything's going to be okay. But this is the biggest insult to your self-esteem right here. When we have a message, when we have something that we want to give, when we have something we want to offer, we have a creative expression, but we're afraid and we decide to hold back and just stay in the background, you are going to foster unfulfillment and unsatisfaction in your life. And that's the biggest thing that my women say to me is, I want a satisfied and fulfilled life. And I don't, because I've been helping everybody else out. That's become my identity, is just helping other people out. Is this resonating with you? Time to come out of the background and time to let your voice be heard. So whatever the fear is, think about the opposite. I'm not enough. I can't. This is happening to me. Truth is, everything that feels like it's happening to us is actually there for us to grow and expand and elevate above. But if we take the victim role and we fall down and skin our knees and just stay there, we're just never going to make it. We are going to be a victim, but we're not a victim. We made a choice. You are an infinite being. I am an infinite being. And the sooner that we can reckon with that and believe that and understand that, and that's what the Feminine CEO podcast is all about, is reminding you about your greatness. The sooner we come to terms with that and realize our power, that's why I'm an empowerment coach. Realize that we are We can be empowered if we believe in faith. And this is the most counterintuitive thing on the planet. We must feel the thing that we want to feel. We must embrace the thing that we want to live. We must feel the vibrations and generate the vibrations of what it is that we want to experience before it shows up. Before it shows up. So now our work begins. I want more abundance. So you have to feel the feeling of having more abundance. You have to act as if you are abundant before it can start. I was just listening to Abraham this morning, and it was profound, something I'd never heard before in this recording that I'd listened to over and over and over again. And it was this: you have to come into the vibration of what you want so you can actually see it when it shows up. I mean, we can't see it if we're not there. Like, apparently, if you wanted more abundance and you weren't practicing the vibration of having more abundance in your life, when it showed up, you wouldn't be able to even notice it or recognize it when it showed up. And I've known that in some aspects before, but I just heard it in a different way this morning. So we need to, what is that? So right now, just ask yourself, what is it that I want to experience? What do I want to experience? Financial security. So now, what would financial security feel like? Just feel it as if you have it, so your bank account with the million or whatever it is, and you're going to feel the expansion. You're going to feel it. The universe and quantum field here are feelings, not our words. Our affirmations get us started. They get us on the path. They start to tweak the mind. But the mindset we must have is, I can do this, and practice. This is the work. Practice. And it's not for the faint of heart. I have clients all the time that will start and then they give up. And they were close. We were close to a breakthrough, but just before there's a breakthrough, things get hard. And you might know this yourself. So the whole challenge is to stay the course with your dream, because there's no way it's going to show up unless you are practicing the vibration of the thing that you want to bring into your life. It's actually kind of a pretty cool thing, I think. So let's just feel it for a moment. What is that thing? What is the mindset shift that you must have, so that when those thoughts come into your mind, I'm not enough, I'm broke, I'm this, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this fear, this fear, this fear. Whew, what do I desire? And you're going to take that desire, you're going to turn it into a mindset shift, and you're going to practice that, and you're going to get very familiar with these disempowering thoughts and what they are, what the particular flavor is for you. And to the point where, for me, I just feel it in my body. Oh, I went down the wrong road. Doesn't matter what it was. I'm just going to come back and just imagine the thing that I want. What do I most want right now? And I imagine, I feel it. I feel it as if I'm in the middle of it doing it. You might not get what you want unless you learn to do this. And we can certainly, manifest something by just shoulder to the wheel and effort and work, like physical labor. But we are more deeply ensconced in the fifth dimension now on the planet. And so to leverage the universe, we need to practice exhibiting the emotion that we desire to feel in a constant basis. We must learn to make this a habit. And our mind is saying, this is crazy, and I don't recommend that you tell anybody that you're doing this except in my community, because you will get criticized, because people don't understand, and it's not their fault. I mean, we're living in this dense planet. I've been writing about that a lot lately. We live on this dense planet, so everyone who would criticize you, it's innocent. They just don't know any better. So just don't tell them that you're in this private little world. And when you start to feel yourself go downhill, or start to feel fearful or feel depressed, whoop, what is it that I want? I want to feel happy. You can start just saying, I'm so happy, I'm so happy, I'm so happy, I'm so happy, I'm so happy. And pull yourself right out of it. When we cultivate emotions, we are actually cultivating a chemical soup in our body that is, our body is the most comprehensive pharmacy on the planet. Our body is the most comprehensive pharmacy on the planet. And by what we are thinking and what we are feeling, we are creating it. So when we relive a trauma, when we run it over in our minds, which I've been guilty of for sure, we are re-traumatizing our body. So as soon as you notice that you've got that viscera, the flutters in your stomach because you're remembering how someone did you wrong, or, this kind of thing, step back and go, okay, what do I want? I don't want to relive this, because my body now thinks that I'm reliving this trauma and is creating that chemistry in my body, which if we keep doing that, it will lead our body to disease. There's no way that we can stay healthy when we are in a state of dis-ease in our emotions. No way, no way. So we have to find a way to get ourselves out, and it is through this. It is, as soon as you notice it, no fault, no harm, just pull out of it. What do I desire? This is the work, and this is the discipline that, frankly, most people are not willing to do, which to me is, I shouldn't say sad, but, I see people's potential when I'm working with them. And so it's not fun for me to see what someone's potential is and then have them give up on themselves. But you know what? It might just not be their time. So anyway, we're going to draw a card here. So just tune into your body. What does it need from you to restore and regenerate over the weekend? I always see the ocean. I always see the ocean. And I'll be out there tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to draw a card. I always try to draw a card at the end. It's from Rebecca Campbell. Let's see which one came up. So I hope that this is of service of you. Put this on your calendar as a recurring event every Monday and Friday so that you can get in line with yourself and find out on Mondays, I'm your fairy godmother with my crystal ball and my magic wand, and I show you how to make your own things come true in the quantum field of all possibilities. I am oh, you won't believe what I pulled. The Courageous Peony again. This is our card. It must be just for a season. I must have pulled this 4 or 5 times in the last 6 weeks. The multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. That's our theme. That's our theme for Empowered Earth Angels. You have a business idea. You have a business. It's time to be a little more bold. So let's read again, the Courageous Peony. Let's see, is that under TH? Maybe it is. I think it's under courage. Here we are. Multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. Flowers don't open and close according to who walks by. They embrace all of what they are and show it to the world around them. The peony doesn't try to compete with the cherry blossom. And the cherry blossom doesn't try to compete with the tulip. They own what they are and trust the timing of their true nature. You're being called to do the same. It's time to open yourself up to being seen, Time to share your incredible, multifaceted, true nature with the world around you. To uncover and reveal your soul's greatest gifts without wavering. To own your uniqueness without apology. There is a flower on the planet that holds the same qualities that your soul is readying itself to express. Let it inform you. Maybe you just tune in right now. Is there a flower that you're particularly called to that's speaking to you? You may have been taught that it's safer to keep your light hidden and your voice small, to hide behind the bushes instead of growing tall. The courageous peony is here to remind you that it's safe to embody all of who you truly are. It's safe to share your voice and let yourself be seen. At first, it may feel uncomfortable and you may be afraid of what others think. But with each passing day, it does become easier. Little by little, you realize that it draws in those who are meant for you, and experiences you've been longing for arrive at your feet. Starseed Soul Inquiry. How are you being called to allow yourself to be more visible and seen in the world? So let's just feel into that for a moment. How are you being called to be more visible and to be seen in the world? Your inner knowing will tell you right now what your next steps are. And if I can be of support to you, just reach out to me. We can get connected through my free gift at lorrainepursell.com/empowered. You'll get on my email list. You can respond to my email, and we can schedule a no pressure one-on-one private call to see if we're a fit to work together. I love you. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you on Monday on Fairy Godmother Monday version of the Feminine CEO podcast, where we're going to be going deeper into the mindset shifts that we need to be able to fully express ourselves and stop hiding our light.